Okay, this is for the guided practice, which is on page 140, numbers 1 through 5. Before I get into it, let's look at the answers. Number 1 is $10, number 2 is 20, number 3 is 9, number 4 is 15, and number 5 is 165. Okay, these are all sample answers in the sense that when you're estimating, your answer can go higher, it can go lower than the actual answer. Okay, but I'll show you how we got these answers, and then from there you can apply the same ideas to all the problems. Okay, no matter what the numbers are. Right, number 1, we have to estimate each percent for 1, 2, and 3. Number 1, we have 19% of 53. Okay, I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, okay, compatible numbers, what numbers work with each other? Preferably numbers that end in 0, okay? 20%, I like that. 53, close to 50. All right, I can work with this dollar symbol because we're working with money. All right, 20%. 20% is 20 per 100. I can simplify that. 1/5. Okay. Now, I'm going to use 2 equivalent fractions if I can to make this easy. Okay, I'm making groups of 5. And since we want 50, I want to use that as the denominator for the other equivalent fraction. So how many groups of 5 can I make from 50? I can make 10. The missing number then is 10. And that's where we got $10, okay? All right, it should make sense. Let me just draw a real quick visual, draw one real fast. All right, 1/5. That means we need 5 parts. There's my 5 parts. I'm going to shade in very lightly 1 part out of 5. But here's the deal, we're trying to break up 50. This whole bar, if you will, for it to be 100% means there has to be 50, right? 50. We want 20% of this, which breaks it down to 1/5, or simplifies to 1/5. All right. For 50, if I break it up into 5 parts, that means each part will have 10 cents. All right, moving on to number 2. 21% of 96. Again, think of numbers that work with each other, work well, compatible. 21% is close to 20. And by the way, if you do this, or as you do this, it's okay to make mistakes. If I do this and it turns out I'm wrong, I will do it again. You'll see me erase it and start over. There's no shame in that. Okay? 20% is, again, we just saw this, 20 per 100. That simplifies to 1/5. I mean, look at problem number 1, if under wherever I got the 1/5 from, of 100. All right, I'm going to look for 2 equivalent fractions. I'm going to change it. I'm going to write 2 equivalent fractions. I'm going to change 1/5 into an equivalent fraction with a denominator of 100. All right, I can scale up 5 by a factor of 20. No, there's the missing number. The answer is about 20, and again, this means about, approximately. It's not equal. The real answer would be 0.21 times 96, which will give you a decimal number, and it just gets real messy. But this, it's clean, nice and clean, 20. All right, 3. All right, 59% of 60, 59% of 16. It probably sounded like I said 60, I apologize for that. All right, again, let's just play with it. It's pretty close to 60, so I'll leave it at that. 16. I could try 20, and that might work. I can see where that would work. I'm gonna try 15. Why? Because I know that if I make it into 15, I can make at least 4 groups of 15 to get to 60. Now that's just what I'm thinking. I could be wrong. It's just in my head. I see a connection between 15 and 60. They work with each other, but I could be wrong. Let's find out. 60% is 60 per 100. Divide by 20. I can make 3 groups of 20 out of 60, and I can make 5 groups of 20 out of 100. 3/5. Okay. All right. 100%, we're trying to make groups of 15, right? But we want to know 59% of 15 or 60% of this. So if we were to break up 15 into parts, and I want 60% of that, the fraction is 3/5. Well, how many parts, or sorry, I can scale up 5 to 15 by a factor of 3. I see the connection. And there it is. The answer is 9. Okay. Okay, number 4. It's a word problem. A purse that originally cost $29.99 is on sale for 50% off. About how much is the sale price of the purse? All right, again, just to get my juices going, word problems. Don't attack the numbers. Draw what you can. Just, again, you're not an artist. I'm not an artist anyways. Okay, this is my purse. We're talking about a purse that has a price of $29.99. Okay, we're going to take 50% off. Again, you've gone to the store, you've seen sticker prices, little tags attached to the purse or attached to the item, and it says we're taking this much off. Well, the question is then, if you take, well, how much are you taking off and what's the sale price? Okay, 50% you're taking off, that means 50% is left, so let's just stick with 50. It works out nicely. So $29.99 of 50. Now, does that look right to you? No. We want 50%. Let's just switch the order around. It does happen, guys. There you go. It just sounds nicer, right? $29.99 of 50%. That doesn't really make much sense. This does. We want half of that. Now that does make more sense, doesn't it? All right, 50%. 50 per 100. I think by now you should know that 50 over 100 simplifies to 1/2. So 1/2 of $29.99. Nope, let's work with a compatible number. Instead of $29.99, let's try 30. Yeah, I can do 30. What's half of 30? Now at this point, most of you can do this in your head. Half of 30. Oh, it's 15. But let's do the math anyways. Half of 30. Again, I like working with equivalent fractions. For me, it's much easier. Okay, and I'll do the other way in just a moment, but let me just get this done. I have groups of 2, or I'm trying to make set groups of 2, but I have 30. How many groups can I make from 30? 15. Okay, 15. So the purse is $15. Okay, now what's this other way I was talking about? If you really want, again, what you're really doing is this. 1/2 of means you're going to multiply. You have 30. Change that to a fraction. 30 times 1 is 30. 2 times 1 is 2. You divide 30 by 2. You still get 15. Again, do what works best for you, okay? I kind of like this equivalent deal because I don't have to divide. Dividing, I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, I don't mind it, but if I can just multiply quickly, I'd rather do this. This is much faster for me. But if you're different, then do it your own, okay? All right, that's it. Thank you.